Buchmann and others have to try something here. The riders who are in that top 5 or 6, well, Poels is sitting there too with the number 61 on his back, Bahrain victorious. They need to do something here if they're going to get the bonuses or really shuffle things and try and see if they can drop Thibaut Nace and crack some gaps open. It's not happening yet. Watch the yellow jersey. It looks like Ben Zwiehoff, who's now going clear at this moment and being allowed to, the German. He's just got a little bit, a bike length on Mark Hirschi. Hirschi now takes over the chasing too. Emmanuel Buchmann sitting just behind Hirschi as well. And at the back, things are getting really, really tough right now. Let's focus here. Hirschi just lifting it though. He comes past Ben Zwiehoff. There's the yellow jersey. At the moment, Thibaut Nace is following Emmanuel Buchmann. Nace, so many people's favourite for today's stage to go 3 in a row. There's gaps that are growing though. I think Wout Poels is just hanging on. Yes, he is. This is really tough at this stage, Brian. It looks brutal.
It is. Hirschi just there looking behind there, and Thibaut Nace just in a slightly bigger gear than the others, like you say, you know, maybe labouring a little bit. Definitely under pressure, and you know, this will go the kind of whole way to the line. But Ulissi starting to drift as well. So, you know, everybody's under pressure here. Hirschi putting the pressure on, but not making any difference so far.
Callum Scottson has moved up brilliantly there. Here goes Emmanuel Buchmann. This is Buchmann's big chance. Can he get any kind of gap? We saw him do this far, far earlier on the climb up to Kekistetu, and it didn't quite work. He was third on that occasion. Thibaut Nace following. And all the while that the yellow jersey can follow this wheels, he is so dangerous. He's checking over his shoulder to see where Scottson is. Once again, Callum Scottson, the Aussie, with a brilliant ride for Jaco Aluli. He also has a sense to look round. Damien Howson now, his fellow countryman, coming up alongside him as well. 2 Aussies tracking the German champion and Thibaut Nace, our race leader. Nace keeps looking round. He seems certain that these attacks are going to keep coming from behind. The likes of Harm van Hoeke and others are now being distanced. Hirschi, a little bit of a gap to Hirschi off the back wheel of Damien Howson, who's climbing brilliantly.
Yeah, they are. Nace just following like he is. He doesn't have to go on the attack now. He's got 800 metres to get over this climb, and if he can save that a little bit, you know, he does have a big, massive kick. Damien Howson starting to struggle now, so is Wout Poels. So this is a strong effort. We've seen this the other day there with Buchmann. No one kind of wanted to follow or could follow. He did have to go from distance because he doesn't kind of pack a sprint come the end, but yeah, UAE Team Emirates, they came into the fight, but, you know, they're losing it at the moment.
Brian, I think Callum Scottson's going to go again. I think he is. Thibaut Nace has swung out, and Thibaut Nace has swung out to allow Scotson to come through. Is that tactical or is it physical? It's tactical, because Thibaut Nace has now got Callum Scotson where he wants him. And I think, looking at the body language, I think Callum Scotson is the danger man here, Brian.
Possibly, but I think it was Thibaut Nace was just looking. He's digging deep now. He was looking round there, 600 metres to go to the top. He's thinking, you know, where is the closest rivals here to my title? I really do still believe in Thibaut Nace to pick the pockets of everybody now and take his third stage. Scotson has been a bit of a revelation in this race, looking strong here. Wout Poels is coming up slowly but surely. He's not going to just you know, latch himself onto the back. If he gets onto the back here, he'll take a breath and go again. But as soon as I say that, Buchmann goes again, which he has to. He doesn't have any kind of punch towards the ends, but Hirschi found wanting, Ulissi as well. Wout Poels, as soon as he gets on, I think if there's any hesitation in front when it levels out, he might go straight over the top.
Look at that push, though, from Hirschi, Brian. He is closing the gap pretty quickly. This is this strange tactical bit between the top of the climb, effectively, and this little drag to the finish line itself. Manu Buchmann is going again, but he flicks his elbow, but he's been on the front too much. He looks good, doesn't he?
He had Nace on the drops, on the rack there. He did. If you watch the face of Thibaut Nace, he was on the rack there. He knows that he's only got a couple of 100 metres. This last little lip up, they can't hold him. Buchmann going for glory here, but I don't think it'll be enough.
Buchmann's gone. My goodness me, it's taking us right back to Kekistetu here, where Buchmann was leading, coming into the finish, and Thibaut Nace was chasing. Thibaut Nace in the yellow jersey, head down, driving hard up to the back of Emmanuel Buchmann, but who's sitting on, ready to try and take advantage of this? We're well into the barriers. We're into the last, 200 metres, I think. No, that was the 200 metres to the GPM. Apologies, that was the King of the Mountains point. Now we're in that little dip in between. 500 metres to go, 400 metres to go for our leading group. Can Mark Hirschi drag this little group with Diego Ulissi, Frank Vandenbroek, Harm van Hoeke back in? European? I don't think so. The race is at the front with the yellow jersey. Thibaut Nace lined up to take his 3rd win in a row, but he's going to have to catch Manu Buchmann again, the German champion. He's looking to send a message. He wasn't selected for the Giro d'Italia and was not happy about that. He wants to send a message to his team and everyone that's out there in Italy that he's on form, but here comes Wout Poels round the outside. The Dutchman for Bahrain victorious is kicking hard. It looks like he's going to get it. Howson's right there. Wout Poels winning the final stage. Thibaut Nace outside the bonus seconds, but his jersey should be safe. I'll leave that one to Brian Smith to work out. Wout Poels winning the final stage, and it seems fair. Here is the stage provisional. Wout Poels ahead of Damien Howson, Manu Buchmann, Thibaut Nace, Frank van den Broek, Diego Alisi, Callum Scottson climbing well, Harm van Hoeke, Mark Hirschi and Landa Lux. That's the first time I've actually been able to read the whole top 10 all week. Fantastic climbing again by Landa Lux, who looked further down at the bottom of the climb. He must have climbed and ridden well up it as well, and over the top too, to chase up the gaps. Another good ride by the Belgian. And there's the GC, excuse me, there's the GC provisionally confirmed for you. Thibaut Nace winning in nearly 20 hours of racing, let's call it, across the 5 days, and Manuel Buchmann in 2nd.